The following feature presentation is part of the AllForSciFi podcast network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
for the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Live long and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
I'm rude.
So what?
I'm rude.
You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
I'm one with the Force, the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric Walker, and welcome to the AllForSciFi podcast. Today is September 7th, and guess what? Sitting behind me is...
Captain Rickster. How's
Hey, everybody.
out there?
Hey, yes. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Today, this week, we're talking about the Netflix show Better Than Us, but we're still buzzing about D23.
Oh, heavens, yes.
The Disney Expo, and more stuff gets announced every week. More stuff is coming out of that Expo. I can't believe it.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that was just a great Expo. The latest thing that everybody's really hyped about is the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel.
Right, they are.
That the Disney Parks and Recreation, and we talked a little bit about that, but how exciting is it going to be to ride to shoot off into space and then take a cruise in outer space?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And not only that, you might get caught up in this adventure that's going on, and they're going to have like some of the Star Wars characters show up, and they're going to have other aliens on board interacting with you.
Right.
Can you imagine what that's going to be like? It's what we all thought Galaxy's Edge was going to be like, and so far in Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland in Florida, we've gotten some of that, but not too much. We see Chewbacca there, and we've seen Rey, and occasionally we see the Resistance spy.
Mm-hmm.
That
right, yes.
The reason why the First Order Stormtroopers are there is because of that, so we see them.
Right, all
there.
the time.
And it's just so Galaxy's Edge is exciting, but this is really going to be much more of a real immersion into the Star Wars universe. You're going to be on this ship. It's 2 days and 2 nights.
Right.
I wonder how much that's going to cost. How much would you pay? Everybody out there listening to this podcast and everybody on Facebook, how much would you pay for that experience?
I might pay $1,000.
$1,000 a day?
No.
Or $1,000 for the cruise.
Right, $1,000 for the cruise.
So for 2 nights and 2 days, you pay $1,000.
Right.
How much is a regular cruise on the ocean here? What does that run right now?
Depends where you're going. I know you can get them for, I don't know, around $500, $600, $700.
Okay. And how many days is that usually? Is that like the short one, like 3 or 4 days or something?
I think 5 days is like $700, but I know it's like $1,100 or $1,200 to go from here to Hawaii and back.
Oh, I've wanted to go on a cruise, but I never have. But this is going to be like that. You're going to be, what they're going to do is from the hotel, not from the hotel, but from Disneyland in Florida or wherever they're building the hotels. I only know about the one that's going to happen in Florida so far. Apparently you check in and then you go into outer space. You go on this like shuttle that takes you to the big Starcruiser. It's called the Echelon, I believe the name of it is.
Echelon, yes.
And it's just going to be really immersive. And I don't know. Kevin says online that Disney probably will charge the price of your soul.
That's probably true, yes. And probably want your kids also, which I would gladly live. Give them to them, so,
You would give your kids?
Of course I would.
I wouldn't give my kids.
Just have a peaceful vacation.
I think I would pay, you said you would pay $1,000 for like the 2 days and 2 nights?
I would.
I would be willing to pay at least $1,000 a day. Maybe my top amount would be, depending on what status you have, like if you're a VIP, if that gets you more status, you could pay more. Maybe they should do that. Hey, Disney, if you're listening, maybe have, just like on a regular cruise ship or on regular planes, have a first class, second class, someone that will work for free, like Captain Rickster.
Like the immigrants.
Whether you'll be stored below and you'll be in bunks.
Everybody else,
yeah. That would be. You would work for travel, for food, right?
Got that right. Yes,
okay.
I would.
So do that, Disney. Make it like have different levels, but I think the top I would pay would be $1,500. I think
that's still not too bad.
Yeah, for the whole trip, $3,000 to have a great immersive experience.
Yeah. Bad.
That's kind of what a family's paying for now. When they do a Disneyland, like an Epcot Center thing, they're spending like $3,000 to $5,000 for a whole family to go on vacation there. So
that's true. Very true.
So I think that would be great. I would spend $1,500. Captain Rickster would pay $500 a day. I guess $1,000 he said, or he'll work for food.
I work for food. Yes, definitely work for food.
Yeah. So did we get a date that they were going to do that when it was coming out sometime in the next couple of years? We need to check the dates on that.
I think it comes out I think it's supposed to be done by 2021.
Oh, okay.
In Florida. I don't know about LA area, but I do know in Florida area it's supposed to be 2021.
Let's check that stuff out and figure it out. But also a lot came out about Disney Plus. And you see I am holding Disney Plus. I'm part of the Founders Circle.
Yep.
Which means that at the D23 Expo, by going there, they allowed you to sign up at a reduced rate. I think it came to like a little under $4. It was $3 and some change every month. So that was that. So I bought it. So I'm a Disney founder. So I actually have already paid for the first 3 years of their service, and they announced a lot of new programming, but it probably would take me 3 years just to watch all the old program.
True, very true.
Not counting the new stuff. Kevin says they better come up with Star Trek engineers.
Star Trek?
He said Star Trek. Yeah, maybe.
Should be Star Wars.
Well, we're talking about Star Wars, Kevin, but we love Star Trek too.
Yeah.
I think that I think they had a thing in Las Vegas with Star Trek.
Yeah, a Star Trek convention here in Vegas.
No, not the convention. They had a Star Trek experience where you could go. Okay. It was immersive, and you could go. It was at the Hilton Hotel.
Oh, okay.
It was in Las Vegas in the 90s.
Oh, okay. The 90s.
You were able to. They had a casino. I think they had a Quarks bar.
Right.
And they had this whole experience. My cousin, Anthony James White, who was sometimes he's watching, but he also did some voiceover work on my Tangier Dream CD when we're talking about the timekeeping stuff on my music CD. That's my cousin, by the way, Anthony James White.
Okay.
And he is a big Star Trek fan. He is definitely a Trekkie, and I think he went. Also, we got some merchandise, by the way. Have you guys noticed the hats? Yes. We're wearing our new hats,
yes.
AllForSciFi. So they're not on the website for sale yet, but we're gonna have these hats on the website for sale. We'll also give some away for everybody as well. We'll do some sort of maybe a trivia, a contest or something, and whoever answers it right, we'll put their names in a basket, and whoever gets picked that answers the questions right could get an AllForSciFi hat for free, and we'll send it out to you guys. We also got buttons too, so we're gonna be sending these out as well. These we're gonna give away, so if we ever see you in person, we're gonna give you a free button, and also we have a card as well.
Yes.
I wanted to take the time before we continue to move forward to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors for AllForSciFi, and that's Order 66 Toys. Order 66 Toys is in the Dallas area. They're in Allen, Texas, so if you're in the Dallas community or near there, be sure to stop by Order 66 Toys. Order 66 Toys was the first all Star Wars toy store in the nation, and the largest. That's all they have there, folks. Star Wars toys.
They just celebrated their 9th anniversary too.
That's right. They just had their 9th anniversary, and so they've had a lot of specials. They also have a Facebook group, so be sure to, on Facebook here, go to type in Order 66 Toys and follow them, because every Friday night they have one of the best Friday night sales. Not only that, but their comedy is great.
That's true.
Their banter back and forth between Robbie and Josh just cracks me up every night, every Friday night. And yes. I'm not there every Friday night, but I've gotten a lot of stuff from them. They really have some great specials. As you can see behind me, I've gotten some really good stuff from Order 66 Toys.
Yes.
Also, don't forget to join our Facebook page.
That's definitely true.
Because eventually we're not going to be broadcasting from this personal Eric Walker channel. We're going to be on AllForSciFi. So to find us, we're here on Facebook, and it's AllForSciFi. One word, type it in, and then go and click like or follow us on Facebook. Be sure to especially subscribe to us on YouTube, because that is where a lot of cool stuff is going to be happening in the next few months, is on our YouTube channel.
That's right.
Not only that, we post our podcast there, so the edited version of today's show, go to our AllForSciFi YouTube page and click subscribe. We just hit over 600 subscribers.
Yes, we have, which is
so
great.
We're growing really big there, and we got a lot of videos that we've been, like this D23 that we're talking about, we took a ton of videos, and we're still working on them. We'll have some of the first ones up next week. I know we promised this week, but we got too busy. But next week, we're going to have lots of videos from that, and also Galaxy's Edge. We're going to have lots of videos from there, building a lightsaber, discovering the different, kyber crystals that you could get.
Yep.
And one of the things I ordered, in some news this week, we found out that these kyber crystals, did you know that they have a
code?
A code on each of these. Thank you, Captain Rickster. I can't speak today. They all have a code, and if you have an RF reader and writer, you could, if you know the code for the different kyber crystals, you could reprogram these. So guess what? I ordered an RF reader and writer. So I'm gonna, in a few weeks, I think it's scheduled to come next week. So maybe next week, it looks like a gummy bear, says Virginia. So next week, I'm going to probably have the RF reader and writer, and I'll show you how to change these. I just picked up a green one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you how to change those so you don't, there's 17 different kyber crystals. 17. And they don't label which one is inside the canister. They come in these canisters. They don't label that, so you never know which one you're going to get, which is terrible. I mean, if there's 17 and you're trying to get all of them, what if you keep getting duplicates? Eventually, how many are you going to have to buy? Like 50 of them? And they're $14. They just raised the price. It used to be $11.99. Now they're $14. We have a fix for that. And I hate to say it, Disney, but, the gluttony is not good. And we're going to make it so we could not have to buy 45 of these to get the 17 crystals.
That's right.
And also the new one, the new red in the new red ones, they make it so you can't see through them. You know, in the past, everybody was trying to get the black one, but now they've changed it so that you can't see inside the case. Now they put a piece of paper there. Let me show you guys what they did. This is the new one, the newer ones. See it? And you can't see through them. You used to be able to shine a light and see through them. Now you can't, because what they did was they put this black piece of paper. Look, they rolled up a black piece of paper and put it in there so you can't see inside the kyber crystal. So now you cannot see, take a light and shine it, and that sucks. So they're trying to stop people from doing it. But you know what? We got a fix for all of this, Disney.
That's right.
We're going to just read and write our own. And also, what some people discovered was there is an orange lightsaber.
Yep, that's right.
An orange lightsaber, wouldn't that be so cool? And a teal one that they didn't release. So there's obviously they're going to be announcing some new stuff coming up here in the next couple of years with that.
Yeah, the rumors are already out that they're going to bring in new lightsabers and new carbon crystals, maybe this coming next year.
Yeah, that Savi's workshop is going to have different ones that you could build, and that's fine. I don't mind that. That was a great experience, building the lightsaber. Yep. So, okay.
So I got 3 more to go.
Yeah, that's true.
To get to 5.
Well, there's 5 new. There's 5. What he's talking about, just so everybody understands, is at Savi's workshop where you build the lightsabers, they have 5 different ones you could build.
Right.
And he knows that I already have 2.
That's right.
So I only have
3 more to go.
3 more to go, and then I have all of them. The ones I have right now are the elemental and the protection and defense lightsaber, the 2 I have. Because I know sometimes I turn to the dark side, but I'm kind of a light side guy most of the time. A quick editor's note from the dark side. There is a correction. There are 4 Savi Workshop lightsabers, not 5, but 4. We now join our program, still in progress.
Don't believe that.
But sometimes the darkness comes out, and I become this evil person.
Amen on that one.
You're agreeing with me too much today, Captain Rickster. We're going to have to talk about this. Yes, Kevin just said on Facebook, Ultra Saber. Yes, Ultra Saber makes them, by the way. In case other people didn't realize this, I found this out already, Kevin, that Ultra Sabers make all the lightsabers at Galaxy's Edge. So if you want to look at some really cool ones, they have some designs that are not even at Galaxy's Edge. So definitely go there, yeah, and check them out. They're wonderful. I've been looking at Ultra Sabers. They're really good. So thank you for mentioning it, Kevin. So we're still talking about D23. One of the biggest announcements was the Avengers Campus.
Yes.
And the Avengers Campus is going to be, they're going to have one here in California, in LA. They're going to have one in Hong Kong.
They'll have
one in Paris.
That's it.
Was that it?
It's just those 3.
I thought it was 4.
No, just the 3. That's because that's what we're talking about. They might be more because I see there's more news about that.
Right.
Campus coming out, so might be more on that as time goes on. We'll have to wait and see.
Right. So what they're doing is they're building all this stuff for Avengers, and they rolled that out at D23,
yes,
and that was
awesome.
That was really cool to know that they're really doing it up there. And here in California, the Avengers campus is going to be at California Adventure.
Right. Yeah. Kids side, unfortunately.
Right. That's okay.
But adults can still go see it. There's nothing you can.
You got to put it somewhere, and they put Star Wars over at Disneyland. So where are they going to put stuff for Marvel?
I don't know.
They're also doing all that Marvel stuff.
Yes, too. Right.
As well. They're spending like an extra 15 million. But anyway, the Avengers Campus is going to be a new theme park. It's coming out in 2020.
Right. That's when it should be done, or that's when they start. One of the 2.
No, that's when it's going to be done. It's coming out, and that's why I announced it. They announced it then too, but the Avengers Campus is coming out it's going to be here at Disney California Adventure, which I mentioned earlier, in summer 2020. It's going to be in Hong Kong, Disneyland in 2023. That's going to be at Walt Disney Studios Park in 2021, and that's it.
Yeah.
Though you're right. It's going to be in those 3.
That's it. So that's what I thought. They may do more later on to see how popular it becomes. Just have to wait and see.
Right.
So, what can I say? I mean, I just only what I hear.
Yeah, well, that was the big thing. And they were showing how the campus is laid out and how they're going to have all these different sections. Like one section's going to be for the guy that does the Doctor Strange guy.
Oh, yeah. It's his own little sanctuary.
He's going to have his section for that type of stuff, the fantasy and witchcraft type stuff. Then they're gonna have another. They're gonna have in all these different sections.
Yeah, like 7 or 8 different sections.
Yeah, right. So which is the way they should do it. They should have each one to be different.
Right.
So, and Tony Stark is a big part of it. What was cool is when we were there at D23, they had all this laid out, and they had these video walls.
Oh yeah.
And you know how when we would watch the movie, Avengers or any of that stuff, when Tony Stark was in his headquarters, he would do like this with the different things and move it around.
Yeah.
And what was cool was you could do that.
Yes, it was
there,
neat.
they had those video walls, and you were able to like move things around like you're designing something, and that was just
awesome.
That was just incredible.
Yeah, and some of the things people made was kind of funny too, but it was awesome also.
Yes, everybody's talking about the Tron coaster.
Right.
That's coming. Yes, that looks really insane. I agree, everybody. Sheldon and Bob and everybody.
Can't wait to get on that ride.
Right.
See if I go insane.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Probably.
I'll take you on that ride.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're excited about all that stuff, and Disney's doing things right. I mean, yeah, there's some hiccups here or there, guys, but we can't complain because they're giving us a lot of stuff that we want. And another big thing that happened out of D23, and we'll get into the review, which is why some of you came here for Better Than Us on Netflix, and we'll get into an in-depth review as well. The Mandalorian trailer.
Oh yes, that is great.
All the Star Wars announcements at D23, and we talked about how the announcements keep coming, Captain Rickster.
It does, yes.
And as a lot of you know, I put on my Facebook page, Jon Favreau was interviewed by MTV News.
Right, he was, yes.
And he brought up Caravan of Courage again in the Ewok movies.
Yes, he did.
He talked about how important that was. He talked about even a holiday special, about how he wants to make fans happy, and he's a fan as well. You know, it really sounds like Jon Favreau really is a big Star Wars fan and geek and nerd like all of us.
Oh, yes. I'd like to see a new Ewok adventure come out.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean in the animated section, not.
That would be. Well, they did the TV show, the Ewoks and Droids Hour, which was cool.
It didn't last very long though.
Yeah, it only had a couple seasons, like 2 seasons or something like that. Yeah, it would be cool if they did an Ewok, live-action Ewok series.
Yeah, that
because
would be great.
ABC originally wanted George Lucas to do a television series with the 20s.
That's true.
And the
he did,
Ewoks,
yes.
and he said no. Okay, it would be too much work for it. We'll just do the movies. And then you saw what he did with most of the Tawani family in the second when he killed all of us. Although we never see Mace die, so
that's definitely true.
We just see him blow up.
You see him talking though.
Right now you do.
Yes.
It would be, I just want to say, Jon Favreau, if by some chance you hear this podcast or see this interview, I just want to say thank you. Not just because you're mentioning the Ewok stuff, but because you really truly are a fan and you're bringing up stuff we all want, like that Mandalorian, that weapon he has from Boba Fett, from the holiday special. You're bringing back some of the Ewok creatures as well, the Blurg, which has a name now. Before I used to say it was that thing the Marauders were riding on top of.
Right, yeah.
So thank you, Jon Favreau. Thank you, Dave Filoni, as well, because you're a big help. And it looks like we're more excited to see The Mandalorian.
Yes, it should be coming out good.
Yeah, so that interview came out this week, and I shared it on all the social media. Jon Favreau talking about how he really likes the Ewok movies, and now it's time to just say they're canon and stop all this debate. And I don't want to get into a long dissertation about that, but I've said this many times, you can't say the Ewok movies are not canon, and you can't say they're legends, and you can't say they were part of the EU, because George Lucas wrote the stories.
That's right.
Lucasfilm produced those movies, so they are canon. So end of debate. If that's the case, then Star Wars is not canon. Let's just say nothing's canon, right?
That's right.
So D23, we're still coming down off of that high.
Oh, no kidding.
And all the announcements that keep coming week after week. It's been weeks now, and they keep announcing new stuff.
Yeah, they're even announcing a little bit about Phase 6 from Marvel. That right now is a rumor.
What? Phase 6?
Phase 6. It's a rumor. It also came out in the comic book series in 2015 when the Avengers and X-Men fought in the actual comic book after Civil War, after the Endgame.
Right. Well, we know you know everything about comic books. That's why you're the comic book guru. And by the way, everybody, we need to get, Virginia wants to get on my case and fire me. But Virginia, you need to fire Captain Rickster, because where's his show? Comic Mania. Okay, so this next week, I have a mission for you, Captain Rickster.
Okay.
This week, I need you to sit down with me so we can plan out your show.
Yes.
And how we're going to do it so that sometime this month you start Comic Mania.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I think everybody out there wouldn't mind having a comic book podcast. Are you guys into comic books? Anybody out there into comic books? Okay. Silence.
I hear the silence. I see nobody writing nothing quite quick. I think I just lost my show.
No, you didn't. Everybody wants to see one. But sometimes it takes a few seconds for them to type something. Virginia says, and yes, Virginia, I would love to give a huge shout out to the 501st Legion in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oh, cool. I love all the work you guys are doing out there. You guys do a lot for the community. I love the 501st. Big shout out to you guys in Albuquerque. Shout out to the whole organization as well, Albine, who started the 501st. Love you guys. I'm a lot of people don't know this, or maybe you do because I have a big mouth. But no I'm a big Stormtrooper lover.
Yes, he is.
And I wouldn't I know we always do, all of us guys always joke about bringing back the Ewok movies and Mace and whatever. I would love more than anything to put on a Stormtrooper, even a 501st outfit, and do a cameo as a 501st Stormtrooper or any Stormtrooper. That I would love to do and not tell anybody about it. Yeah, well, actually, I got a big mouth, so I'll probably tell everybody.
That's true. I wouldn't mind being one of the suits myself. But hey, I'm no actor.
That would be fun. No, you could do it, Captain Rickster. Come on, be positive.
I'll be the only goofy one around.
But you know what? Hey, at least maybe you could shoot straighter than most of those 501st guys, because they can't shoot.
They can't shoot, that's for sure.
They can't shoot and a lot of people don't know this, and I'm not supposed to say this, but Captain Rickster was a sniper.
No, don't tell me.
Oh, wait, what? I didn't say that, did I?
No. Don't say that out loud.
Okay, that's right. I'm not allowed to say that.
No.
Let's just say you would shoot straight.
I would shoot straight, and most people would, yes.
And then we'll leave it at that.
With no fear.
Yes. Boy. Let's just say he is a veteran, and we'll leave it at that.
That's good enough.
Okay, so let's talk about Better Than Us. Let's talk about this, everybody. Yes. Have any of you out there seen Better Than Us? Just I'm going to let you guys weigh in to see if anybody out there has seen Better Than Us.
Hello, my name is Arisa.
Such models emerge, especially on the black market. Where's my bot? Where's my bot?
I don't know.
Daddy, I met a bot. She is very beautiful.
You said it was a heart attack. There's cervical damage. Neck's broken.
In Australia, life would be much better for them.
Without their dad.
These bots are ruining people's daily lives.
She's a robot. Just a piece of steel.
You are officially authorized as a main user. The family is complete.
actually using bots here, right? Personally, I don't really care for bots. It makes it hard to tell if they might be lying.
And what are you willing to do for your family?
Anything?
Let's go ahead. So there might be some spoilers here, but you know, in the real world, when people gave movie reviews, they talked about the movie. If you're thinking back in the past with, you know, At the Movies, remember that show with Siskel and Ebert?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay, well, they talked about it. I'm not going to give away all the spoilers, but let's go ahead and talk about Better Than Us. Now, Better Than Us is, of course, it's touted as an original Netflix series. It's basically about artificial intelligence and robots. I guess it's set in the future. I have no idea, but it's set. The place is Russia.
Right.
Okay.
It has to be in the future because there's nothing.
Well, of course it has to be in the. Good point, Captain Rickster. It has to be set in the future because we don't have robots like that now.
Not yet.
Okay, but the main storyline about Better Than Us is it's about a family that's kind of on the brink of splitting up. And somehow they accidentally, you know, unwittingly become the owners of this robot named Marissa, who is hiding and running from the corporation, which is Kronos, is the big corporation who is trying to dissect her and mass produce her to the world as the new super bot. You know, she could do anything and everything. And she's in fact, she's the first robot that could kill.
Right.
Which they talked about, and she actually kills someone escaping from the corporation because the idiot was trying to rape her when she was trying to recharge.
That's true.
So she ends up killing this Kronos employee to escape, and as she's running, she kind of runs into this family, and she's found by the little daughter.
Right.
Georgie's daughter what was her name? Sonia. Who was played by a young girl. She runs into her and Sonia becomes her first user, and then eventually she gets caught by the brother and she bribes the brother not to tell the father about it because he's skipping school and coming home early, and the brother's good, he keeps a secret, but eventually she gets found out, and as the story continues and progresses, you know, it actually has a really nice underlying message, kind of about the importance of family and being united as a family. And to me, that is this series' best message.
Right.
You know, here you have this robot named Marissa who longs to, and at one point, after she's discovered finally by the dad as well, she says her family's complete.
Right.
Right? So that's really what it's all about. And it's a pretty good show. I like the show. My biggest gripe with this is the fact that it's being touted as an original Netflix series, and it's not. It's obviously some show produced in Russia that Netflix bought. And my second biggest gripe, and the biggest one of all, is that sometimes because it's dubbed, the dubbing's bad, of course, in spots. Overall, the main actors are okay. We're losing something. I think we're losing something in this translation. I think whoever translated it and did that type of work, they're really messing up because some of the things they say, we wouldn't speak to somebody that way.
No, we wouldn't.
And it comes across as bad dialogue writing, comes across as bad acting. I'm sure, and that actress who plays Sonia, the little girl, she comes across very whiny at times. She kind of has this kind of voice like this, and it almost sounds like a guy trying to pretend to do her voice.
Right.
Yeah, I talk like a little kid, and I'm dubbing and doing some voiceover work right now. And this is my friend, you know, and she talks like this, and and all the kids kind of talk like this too. Even the little girl in the last episode who calls Georgie uncle, it sounds like the same girl dubbing two different voices.
So,
yeah, I know.
So that is my big pet peeve, is as I said, the dubbing's bad in spots, but overall, I really, really like this. I like the special effects. I like the science fiction, the CGI work. All that stuff's top notch. The camera work is great. The editing's great. The main actors are pretty good as well on the dubbing. It's just some of the smaller parts, I had issues with it, and some of the bit rules. It sounds like they didn't cast them right, and the acting comes across bad, and the bad dialogue translation is the issue I have with it. So, being that as it's said, we at AllForSciFi have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars, right? Yep. And as all of you know, there's only one movie that got 5 stars this year, and it's
Endgame.
Avengers Endgame is the only movie of the year that we gave a 5-star rating.
So far.
So, Better Than Us, because of the redeeming quality and the message about family and unity, because of the good special effects, and because they actually did 16 episodes and didn't try to fool us and do like 8 or 10. They almost did a full season.
Yep.
Because of all that, I'm going to go ahead and give it 3.75 stars. I didn't give it 4 because I don't think it quite climbs up to that level, but it's definitely worth seeing. I think everybody should go see it, and as you know, if it's 3 or below, you don't have to go, or you don't have to watch it if it's on Netflix. So everybody go ahead and watch Better Than Us. I think you'll be entertained. It had some really, really good moments in it. Go watch it just so you could hear me do the voiceover as a girl.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, so maybe I should get into voiceover work. Who knows?
He practices around here a lot.
Are you telling secrets about me, Captain Rickster?
No, I didn't. No. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said that. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, you wish, buddy. Anyway, Better Than Us, definitely worth seeing. I kind of want to see season 2.
Yeah.
So obviously, it captured my attention enough that I want to see the second season. So definitely go watch it. It's more than just a filler. It's entertaining as well. I would love to do some voiceover work. Hey, maybe I could do some voiceover work and some of the Star Wars stuff. That would be great too. So if anybody out there is hearing this, I would like to do some voiceover work. If Matthew Wood ever clicks on this, you do a lot of the voiceover stuff over there at Lucasfilm. Matthew, I would be down if you wanted me to come and do some looping, like in the Lucasfilm story group. So if you're seeing this, give me a call. I think it would freak everybody out if you had the original Mace do some dialogue and something coming out soon, right?
Oh, yes. It would be great.
The way I look at things in life, everybody, is your energy is what creates the other energy around you. So if you're nice to everybody,
yeah,
they're going to be nice to you. Be sure to go to our website, allforscifi.com. Bookmark us now because you're going to want to go back to the website all the time so that you stay up to date with everything and all things sci-fi, because we cover everything sci-fi.
Yes, we do.
Also, be sure to go to YouTube and subscribe, because all of our videos, we're going to continue to post videos of events we cover like D23, like the event we're covering next month, LA Comic Con. Next year, we're going to be at Celebration here in Anaheim. We're going to be covering that. So be sure to go to our YouTube page, AllForSciFi at YouTube. Click subscribe, click the bell so that you're notified every time we post a new podcast or a new video. And thank you, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out to Virginia Canyo. She is one of our moderators for AllForSciFi. She's been with us since the very beginning. We love you, Virginia.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for helping us. So everybody give a great shout out to Virginia. She's been very helpful in helping us. We got to mention our sponsors, Order 66 Toys. Yep. They've been with us since the beginning. They have a great Friday night show. They are like family as well. My shout out to my other community, the community of Star Wars collectors, Steve Spoltor. You guys are like family now too. If you want to join a great Facebook group, the community of Star Wars collectors, the CSWC, they are where it's at. That's right here. See? Here's their logo.
Yep.
The community of Star Wars collectors. Shout out to Steve Spoltor and everybody there. So check them out as well on Facebook. They are the largest, and I mean the largest, Facebook group in the world of Star Wars collectors. So make sure you go there and become a part of that group. Thank you, everybody. I'm Eric Walker.
I'm Captain Rickster.
And everybody have a great week. Stay blessed. Take care of each other. All the music on today's episode was composed and written by Eric Walker. To learn more about Eric's music, please visit ericwalkermusic.com.